Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 22 of our Pokemon Gold for the Game Boy Color playthrough. Last time, we stormed the tower portion of the rocket hideout, and our little Quilava Flamebow is now a Typhlosion.
He's a Quilava man.
Yeah, I think he grew up last episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, folks, this is another one of those 500-year gaps for between recording sessions, so you have to forgive us.
This is GCG post-time skip.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all been through...
Even though we already had a time skip.
GCG.
Oh, no. Is there an anime out there that just has, like, a bunch of time skips?
Like multiples, more than one.
Yeah, just like a bunch of major time skips.
Would it count if it was just a show
by the
about
end
time
of the
travel?
anime, they're all old.
I don't know if it would count. Anyway, here's Silver.
His Golbat still doesn't love him enough to evolve. Good to see.
Yeah. It takes a while to get a Crobat. It's like, Zubat, until he gets like Wing Attack, he's just not got the oomph. To really feint things and you farm your own happiness.
I mean, as a frequent Zubat user in Gen 2, and I guess in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Bite is a decent option, but it's like... Yeah. I always have a hard time using a Pokemon on my team if they don't have like a move with Stab. Because it's like... Yeah. I try to like pick my types pretty carefully and make sure I've got like good coverage, so it's just always weird to me. That's kind of the problem I have, in spite of how much I use it in this gen with Heracross, because he just doesn't get any good like bug or fighting type moves. Well, ever, honestly. And so he's just like, his attack stat like carries him through, because like even though strength doesn't get or horn attack don't get like stab, they're still just like super powerful. But
dude, Golbat's legit. He's a heal. He's like,
you say Golbat? Golbat and Cubot, my favorite Sonic Colors characters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he sounds like one of Eggman's cronies.
Yeah.
Golbat.
One of his posse.
I'll always respect Golbat for his like troll kit, because he has like Confuse Ray, Bite, he's fast. Like Golbat can be a menace.
I don't know, that looked pretty effective to me, game. And shit, that was quad resisted too, wasn't it? Because he's Magnemite. This is the first game where Magnemite was part Steel type.
Yeah, I think he has like almost no special defense at all. So I just melted him.
It's so weird to me that they didn't introduce another generation where the typings of old Pokemon changed until X and Y.
That took a long time.
But and then when they did do X and Y, they changed like a third of the Pokedex to Fairy type. It seemed like.
Yeah. Yeah, all the cuties. Oh god, it's hideous.
Yeah, folks who may not be familiar with this game in particular, that Sneasel is not shiny. They just hadn't really. I don't know. There are a lot of like very oddly colored Pokemon in Gold and Silver specifically. But thankfully, Crystal fixed a lot of them. I don't know if it was due to like. As we talked about earlier, if this was a result of them having to make the game work for like the specs of the original Game Boy without color.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's been too long since we heard this interminably short loop. Wait, interminably short? God.
Well, the only thing shorter than this loop is for Alligator's time in the battle.
Yeah. He hung on. He's got that focus sash energy.
Yeah.
God, I can barely talk over this music, Trey. Come on, dude. Oh god.
Listen, I'm like the kid we were talking about before this. I put the mix all the way up. There's only 0 or 100.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for anyone wondering what the hell we're talking about, before we started recording, we were looking at Sonic Adventure 2 memes. Hence the bad music to voice mixing.
Yeah. I think this is one of the last times you see Silver until you get to Kanto.
Yeah, I don't think he shows up until like right before Endgame in Johto anyway.
This is the last time you see him until you go to fight the champion, and you find out that not only is the champion silver, but he's also now forklift certified.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the horror.
And somehow he's your dad? Like, it's all messed up.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Rocket Girl, what? How you doing, man?
Oh, it's been a while. Good to see you again, old friend.
Oh yeah, we're about to fight like a bunch of these mooks down here.
No, really?
So this is the one part of the game that I always sigh when I get to it, because I just don't know how to do this puzzle coming up.
Oh boy.
This is one of those things where either I brute force it and I just so happen to get it right in a couple tries, or I just, life's too short, just look it up online.
Yeah.
I think I know why this episode's a half hour long.
Oh no. Say it ain't so, Trey.
Basement for a while.
Well, while we're down here, I don't know, do you guys have anything you wanted to talk about?
Well, I was gonna say they make it a little easier in the remake because they color code the doors.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, oh, the red switch does the red doors, and the green switch does the green doors. But I'm still too. And they move the buttons. I'm pretty sure, don't they? Don't they move them down into the puzzle somehow?
I forget. I know at the end, I think at the end, there's like a master switch that opens all the gates, so you can go back and get the items.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes.
If we give Evie a bunch of donation money, would he be a Patreon?
God damn it. His money on.
Not presently, Ethan, but perhaps in Gen 9. Pokemon Company does love its memes in the recent games.
Mm-hmm. Money on. I love that.
Welcome to the Pokemon Gold Let's Play. We're all just sad.
I can't wait for Gen 9 where somewhere a trader... When you break into like Team Rocket's hideout and one says something like, "Oh, there's an intruder among us."
Mm-hmm. Ethan, that's probably gonna be in Pokemon Legends Arceus, in like feudal Japan with cell phones.
Yeah. The technology of this universe blows my mind.
For the record, I don't have anything against that game. I just think that's it's kind of silly, the juxtaposition of those two thematic choices, as it were.
Yeah. They have wind-up Pokeballs that are steam-powered, but they got, iPads and cell phones.
Yeah, wind-up Pokeballs, as foretold in the Oscar-winning masterpiece, Pokemon Forever.
Oh yeah, they did that in the flashback in that movie.
Well, no, the kid that comes from the past, he has those old school Pokeballs too.
Yeah.
He's from the past? Is he gotta play the fucking shitty Pokemon games to suck it?
I guess so. He's the angry Pokemon nerd. I thought I was the angry Pokemon nerd. Oh well.
Would I just be an angry Poke nerd, or I thought they had a name?
Yeah, the angry super nerd.
Yeah,
he's the in-universe Pokemon AVGN.
Aren't those the trainer types that are in the Slowpoke costume?
No, that's Pokemaniac or something.
Pokefan.
Oh, okay.
The super nerd is just some lanky guy on the floor, picking up his glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I do like that model though. That's pretty
they always seem a bit klutzy, the super nerds.
Oh god.
Actually, didn't the super nerd kind of turn into the Pokemaniac after a certain point? I think starting with Gen 3, they just changed it to Pokemaniac. Wait, no, because aren't Pokemaniacs in this as well?
Yeah. I think it's two different things.
Because there's one over by Lake of Rage, I think.
Yeah, I think we have both in this one, if I'm not mistaken. You reminded me, you mentioned Arceus. As of this recording date, we are 19 days away from the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. With the new release schedule of Pokemon games.
Did I make a joke in the episode 3 or something about this is gonna take so long that Diamond and Pearl remakes are gonna be out by then?
Yeah.
I think I've never something like that. I might be wrong though.
This is going to take so long. Diamond and Pearl remakes are going to be out before we finish Johto.
Yeah.
But whatever. What are you going to do?
Oh, I blew it!
Buy the Diamond and Pearl remakes, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have 2 consecutive Pokemon streams going on.
No, we won't.
Or don't buy them.
Who's calling Joey on their? Who's calling Joey?
I don't know. It's like, Joey, I'm busy thwarting evil. F off.
What's evil?
When you're older, Joey. What am I doing?
So I have a theory.
A game theory?
Yeah, couldn't you just completely stop the Pokemon League if you just stand in front of the doorway?
Well, blocking it. Well, I mean, I think in cutscenes people are able to move you. If it's an important enough NPC, they can just like bump into you and knock you out of the way.
No, if I'm at like a Team Rocket crowd, I'm just gonna get like 2 of me and some friend, and we're just gonna block the door. No one can get in, no one can get out. It's the perfect crime.
It's like a hostage crisis where like the Pokemon League members are like trapped inside.
Yes,
Please, someone help us. He won't move away from the doorway.
It's like building a castle under the Pokemon League and nobody noticing.
God.
I feel like hell in the Pokemon universe is when you jump down a ledge and there's no way to like get back to the rest of the game map from there. You're just in like a tiny little enclosed space.
Oh God!
Without fly.
4 walls, 4 ledges. You're just bonking into the infinity. Bonk, 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 bonk. I guess there really is no, if you don't have teleport, dig, or fly. Like, I guess they do have to make these maps.
And folks, I know it might seem petty to joke about the ledges in Pokemon games and the absurdity of it, but bear in mind, like, ledges are in Sword and Shield still. Aren't they, Trey?
I think so.
Wait,
we still haven't graduated from being able to surmount a, like, at least in the old games you could like imagine that it was you know, like an actual obstacle, but when, you know, the closer we get to reality with the art style, the more apparent it becomes. Just like you could literally climb over that ledge with like just by like raising your foot slightly more.
You just step up. Step over
when you can get over a steeper ledge by just walking over it in the original Doom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Oh, I know what I'm here for. I'm trying to buy stuff to feed to Eevee because I think he's close to evolving.
Oh yeah, don't vitamins give him extra happiness points?
Yeah, I think they give you as much as like leveling up with.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's like a weird scale, like between certain levels, items will give them so much happiness and levels will give them so much happiness.
Yeah, the higher the overall happiness rating. Well, there's like 3 tiers, and like the happier your Pokemon gets, the harder it becomes to raise their happiness.
Yeah, and I have not been keeping a tally like at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happiness this particular Eevee starts at. I think it's pretty high. Because I know in later generations, gifted Pokemon started a higher happiness, if I'm not mistaken.
I actually don't know. I know when I played Crystal, I'm sorry for story repeating, but when I played Crystal, I actually bred an Eevee from the gifted one just so it would start at a higher base happiness and have more levels to get to get evolved. Yeah, so it would get more of his like early game moves, but
that still to this day bothers me that they put some stab moves so early on.
Yeah, not super well thought out, but hey,
no,
that's just how Pokemon be.
What a Pokemon mechanic that's not super well thought out.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay, Dan. It's for little kids. You're not allowed to criticize it.
Mm-hmm.
This was before the good old days of the Soothe Bell, too.
Kids don't deserve nice things.
The in later generations, to me, the Soothe Bell is the most broken way to get your happiness guys to evolve.
Broken or life's too short.
Yeah, I've done this. I've done this 100 times. It's like you can get a Crobat at level 30 with that thing. So I'm like, all right, let's do it.
God, have I talked about that that
What
Pokemon
in the
Crystal
hell?
ROM hack
It's
yet
already.
on this Let's Play? Pokemon, what was it called?
Bark.
It wasn't Liquid Crystal, but it was like
is that
it was
the
like the
one-
open world Pokemon game.
Yeah, the one where you could take on any gym first.
Like to tell you the truth, it's more of like a proof of concept than anything, just because of the way like
Yeah.
the original games were set up. But I gotta tell you, it is extremely liberating to play a Pokemon game that just has all of the bullshit like axed completely. Where it's just like, oh, you want this item to evolve your Pokemon? Go buy it from the department store at any point in the game. Oh, you want your Pokemon to know this like event exclusive move that like was only in Japan? There's just a guy who will like teach it to your Pokemon for a fee. You know? There's no unnecessary like red tape or anything. It's just you just have access to the features that are built into the game.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll give Sun and Moon is they brought back the stone shop, and I'm like, where's this been for 5 generations?
Oh yeah. Does that have all the stones though?
Yeah, the stone shop. It's got like
I don't know, Joe. Do you have all the stones?
Well, no, we've established this, but
Is it
You
regulation
Stone
size?
zone.
even the
stone zone.
like the dawn and dusk stones and everything.
Yeah,
No kidding.
yeah. You don't get it till I think you get to the 4th island. And, like by that point, that's like the point where you would want to start getting your 3rd level guys. So I'm like, oh, this is like the perfect spot for this pacing. Like it's in a good spot.
Yeah.
You get the here's the deal. You can get the stones before you can evolve Charge-a-Bug. So it gets a point for me because I used a Charge-a-Bug.
Yeah, I know that I say this all the time, like on and off the record when Pokemon comes up, but like the best thing about Pokemon is like the fantasy of it, you know, just, you know, the idea of you existing in this fantasy world and being able to like become whatever kind of Pokemon trainer you want to be. So the fact that there are so many like restrictions on like what Pokemon you're able to get and like what moves you're able to teach them is just, I don't know. I don't think it works.
Yeah, it's kind of silly to me. It's like because these are mostly like endemic life. Like these are creatures that just live in the universe.
Magmar looks like he's got an invisible basketball, and it's like, look at what I got.
Either that or he's like trying to like flex for you.
He's like, look, Lapras, a football.
Actually, you know
He's
what?
charging up.
His sprite kind of reminds me of the Paper Mario 64 sprite for Bowser, where they
yeah.
like weirdly position his arm so it always looks like he's trying to give you a hug.
Hug Bowser.
Yeah.
Hug the bows.
Uh-huh.
Hug the fouls. Come on.
That Paper Mario Bowser always looks weird to me. Not just for the arms, but he's just very round.
Uh-huh.
He's almost like too round.
Well, I think from Thousand Year Door onwards, they like zeroed in on the design a little more and like made it a little less like awkward looking. But in the original Paper Mario, it does look kind of weird to me.
It's like they just need to adjust his proportions a little bit.
Also in Super Paper Mario, he's got windmill arms.
Oh yeah.
Windmill arms?
I think Super Paper Mario is the one where he was like the most chibi because they like made him even more like rounded from Thousand Year Door, from how he was in that game. Probably because he had to play as him, they kind of had to like bring his design in a little bit so he was more compact.
They had to give him the Ridley treatment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, I as happy as I was to see Ridley like added to Smash as a fighter, it is hilarious like how much they had to like compress his proportions to get him to like fit inside like a reasonable hitbox.
Honey, I Shrunk the Ridley.
Yeah, he's a one of his taunts is just to stand up vertically. Like he doesn't even do anything. He just stands up. He's like, this is how big I could be if I wanted to.
Honestly, I'd enjoy seeing a Smash game that like is just horribly unbalanced, and they don't even care about any of that, and they've just got like big old real size Ridley. They've got like
tiny Olimar
characters that have like crazy moves that like they have in the games, but wouldn't make sense for them to have in a fighting game.
Oh my god!
Every time Ridley uses his stretch emote, I just want to scratch his head and go, "Oh, big stretch, big stretch."
God, Snake alone would just oof. You would carry that game's rating into the stratosphere.
Yeah, he'd have a cigarette.
Oof. Scandalous.
Only teens can see this.
Well, I was thinking more in terms of like the neck snapping and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Although I guess technically Snake's down throw is like well, it's like the chloroform from 3, isn't it?
Yeah, although I think you can hear like a neck cracking sound.
Well,
maybe not, I don't know.
Oh wait, no, I think his pummel, like when he's grabbed you, is like neck, it's the neck breaking.
That's great.
Yeah, I guess that's fun for the whole family, according to the ESRB.
How would that work with things like Kirby? He ain't got a neck. He's just a ball.
He just squeezes the air out of him.
I don't know. Snake's like James
Yeah, but
Bond.
Kirby doesn't care what you think.
He can figure out any difficult situation you throw him into.
He's wily.
Or MacGyver. I don't know.
I need if we're gonna get a Metal Gear Solid miniseries, I want it to be cheesy like that.
Miniseries? I thought they were making a Hollywood movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I saw they're making an Uncharted movie that released a trailer, and Nathan Drake is played by like Tom Holland. I think.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, Nathan Drake is played by like the kid in Amazing Spider-Man.
He's played by a little twink boy.
It's gonna be like young Indiana Jones.
I like that.
Everybody loved young
Yes,
Indiana
that's
Jones, right?
It's like
That's exactly what it's gonna be.
the guy playing Sully looks more like Nathan Drake than the person playing Nathan Drake.
To me, Tom Holland's just not he's not grungy enough. Like, I don't think I could see him shooting 100 bad guys.
It's like this is supposed to be. This is like Uncharted, not Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Well, yeah,
he's like an action hero guy, not like a kid.
Cards on the table. I'm not super familiar with Uncharted at all, but like, if it's anything like Indiana Jones, like Nathan Drake's just like a cold-blooded murderer, isn't he?
He kills so many people. And I was like, maybe it's like a prequel or something with like where like he's young, but then like in the trailer was just a scene from Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh.
To me, this kind of looks like a greatest hits of Uncharted. So I've heard there's other trailer shots where it's like, oh, that happened in 2. That happened in 1.
For that matter, Uncharted is kind of one of those things that, like, why do you even need a movie? The game itself is already, like, a movie.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like...
He's small.
I'm so glad you said that, because the Laser Time guys just did a segment in their Hollywood segment on their gaming show, and that was their discussion too. They're like this is already like a Hollywood game. Like, we don't need a movie.
Well,
it's like I feel like watching the movie is just going to be seeing all these action set pieces and like, man, I remember playing this part. That was more fun than watching it.
Yeah.
Well, and for all my skepticism and kind of admittedly my indifference towards the Metal Gear Solid movie, at least at this stage, like, at least I am kind of curious about how they would adapt, like, the story of MGS1 into a 2/2.5 hour, like, blockbuster movie. Because, you know, there's a lot of fat in the story of MGS1. And not, you know, I don't look at it and like, oh, I wish there was, like, less story here. It's like, how are you going to get all that into a movie successfully? And, like, what are they going to choose to adapt, and what are they going to leave on the cutting room floor will be interesting.
They'd better keep in the like half-hour segment where Snake has to go back and get the sniper rifle.
He has to hold the controller against his arm.
Yeah.
I guess
I would love it if they like if they just had something with the MGS. They had weird like meta stuff with the MGS movie where like you have to do some kind of weird audience interaction thing. A la like unplugging the controller or like
when he fights Psycho Mantis, are they going to turn the projector off in the theater? Turn it back on.
They're going to reveal that the theater actually has Shrek 4D smell-o-vision.
Oh God.
Whenever he's fighting Psycho Mantis, you just see Snake fall over. The lights come up. And it's like, oh, end of movie. And then the lights turn back off, and then the movie's back on.
Oh God, I just remember. My immediate thought was MGS5, but that's probably. I don't think that's actually correct. But I just remembered when that it was some game. I forgot which one it was. They wanted to like line the game disc with something that when it heats up, it smells like blood. I think it was a horror game. But also that totally sounds like something that Kojima would want to do with like MGS5.
That sounds like some like Resident Evil 4 thing.
Is that like legal?
Well, I don't think they ended up being able to do it because probably because there was something with it that would have like possibly messed up game consoles.
Yeah, I would have to imagine that's probably not like what's the organization?
Let me.
You know, it's not like a certified. It would violate some kind of like electronics code, like safety code or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my God, it was Kojima, but it wasn't for MGS5. It was for Snatcher.
Oh.
Okay, that's a little more understandable because that was back in like the early 90s.
Yeah.
Wonder if they got any like test discs to work for it. They just couldn't like you said, they couldn't get it to work in the markets.
Kojima has the only one in existence. Sometimes
he uses it like it.
He just likes to go into his little private study and smell blood. I don't know.
He puts it on like incense. He doesn't even plug it into a TV.
I don't understand your tastes, Kojima, but I guess I can respect them.
Dude, he's gotta, like, I know there are interviews with him, but I bet he's just like a fun guy to hang out with because he's out there.
Well, one thing I was wondering as I was playing the Phantom Pain last summer is like it has all that licensed music in it, and I have to wonder like, was this like Kojima's mixtape in like the 80s? Like, is this just like songs that because it's like, why did they pick these particular songs?
Yeah. That would make so much sense.
Honestly, knowing Kojima, it's more likely that it was like his mixtape of 80s music that he discovered in like the 2010s.
So this is what people
and just
listen
got, like,
to
really into 80s
in
music.
The 80s.
Kojima, you were there.
God, I still can't believe MGS5 was like 6 years ago. And I'm still mad.
MGS5 was like 30 years ago.
Touche.
Actually, no.
I don't even think
the game took place in like.
I've complained about MGS5 in this series. I'm sorry, audience.
Probably.
It's all I know how to do is complain and annoy people.
Oh, hey, we found the director. He's in the basement.
Yeah. It's Masuda.
First floor placement, second floor
Or
basement.
actually, was this... I forget if this game was directed by Masuda or Satoshi Tajiri.
I think Masuda, didn't he start at like 3 or something like that?
I think he might have started with Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I'm probably wrong.
Oh,
no.
poor boy.
I know. Well,
man.
I displayed something earlier.
Ow.
He's one of the few Pokemon that learns Flail in this game. And since he's a rock type and like so many things have normal type moves, it's easy to get him down to low HP. So I like totally knocked out a coughing from like half health with Flail.
Do you guys know that your basement is filled with gangsters and criminals?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought we were still in the dungeon, and it was just playing the town music.
Yeah, I always thought that was strange. I mean, it's cool that you like you access this area you've never been to before, and it just like spits you out in a place like you wouldn't expect.
I wonder if it's like an old sewer access or like a basement they no longer used.
I mean, I think it's just part of the warehouse that like happens to be connected to the Yeah, if I had to guess, like they probably like store stuff in the basement, and there's like a connection to the underground for like shipping new stuff in.
Yeah,
the deepest.
It's like
lore.
those houses that just have like a basement door that leads directly to the sewers for some reason.
Yeah.
God,
What,
I would
yours
seal
doesn't?
that door. That's gotta stink though. Like I would seal that door so fast.
Oh my god.
Put citronella candles all around that thing at all
Yeah,
times.
I don't really know what the purpose of that kind of door is, but I'm sure there is one.
30 minutes later, and we're still not done with the radio tower subplot.
The fun never ends.
We have not yet passed the Raticate / Golbat toll booth, but
Yeah.
next time hopefully we'll bring it home. So
Yeah.
We'll get out of the basement and we'll go to the sky, baby.
oh
See all
no,
of it?
not the sky.